My magazine is Tuned In. From my questionnaire results, most people said that they liked the name, so I decided to keep it. For the font, I was thinking quite bold, and I want to include lots of different colours. So I could have it like this, quite like it like that, and using the idea from Billboard, having two different colours for the T and the I, which looks quite good. So I could have it like that, or there's the other idea of doing it differently, where I use a slightly more swirly style. Obviously I'd have to make it a lot bigger because you can't really see, but the idea is to make the Tuned In stand out, so I just have in a different colour, so I quite like that as well. So I'm going to play around with that a bit more. The positioning statement I'm still thinking of at the minute, because I need a positioning statement that's going to explain what my magazine is, and as the name doesn't really tell the audience the music genre. So maybe something like Best Girl Pop Mag or Up to Date Pop for Girls. I need to decide on that definitely. The frequency of publication, I now think that the magazine should come out every month instead of every 2 weeks, because if one of the main topics is going to be the music charts and they don't change enough in 2 weeks, so it will just give me more to talk about if I do it every month. The price, also from my questionnaires, people said that they would be willing to pay between £1.50 to £2.50. So I've done a kind of price in between, £2.25, which I think is quite fair. The distribution, I've kept the same. I want my magazine to be available in many big stores, such as Tesco's and other supermarkets, WH Smith's and other newsagents, to make sure that it reaches my target audience and is definitely noticed by them. The rationale, I feel that there is quite a lot of music magazines for boys, but not so many for girls, so I'm eager to get them involved by producing a magazine that will suit their requirements. The style, I've kept that the same, very chatty, informal and a humorous tone to accommodate all members of my target audience. It'll be sometimes sarcastic to show that it's young and full of opinionated articles. The regular content, I'm going to keep it so that it still talks about top competitors in the music charts, but there'll be a lot more interesting articles about things to keep up interest at the end of my target audience range, which will be the 26-year-olds. I may also include talk about different radio channels, as people from the questionnaire said that they thought my name linked to that, so I found that quite interesting, and I'm going to probably include some bit about that. Also things like album reviews, and like the different type of music in the magazine is going to be mainly pop, and there'll be other genres mentioned like R&B and some rock, as these came up highest for music that girls liked, so we'll include other things. The feature content, there will be special features like band and artist interviews and competitions to win tickets for concerts. I think that will interest lots of different people. The house style, I think I'm going to mainly use Arial and Bradley Hand for my fonts, and I may experiment with others later. I'm going to make sure that the articles and headings won't be in the same font, as I want the headings to stand out, and there'll probably be a lot of colour used on the titles, whereas the article writing will all be in the same colour. Looking at the layout of my actual piece, I've taken a lot of influence from Billboard and Kerrang. Kerrang's a rock magazine, and Billboard keeps up to date with the latest charts, which is very similar to what I want to produce, but I don't want it to be too similar, so I'm going to have to make sure that I don't do exactly the same. For the title, I'll probably use, like I've already said, I like the colours, so I'll probably use something like that. So this is obviously going to be quite rough if I just have Tuned In at the top. And then if I did these in a different colour, this is just to show how I might do my layout and give some ideas for that. Okay. and then I could have picture in the middle,